Hello everyone, I am Radha Kumari Pani, Assistant Professor at Bedang Institute of Technology. So in the previous classes, we have discussed about the atomic mechanism of diffusion, okay, why diffusion carrying out and what is the mechanism in the atomic scale, okay. Also, we have derived some formula, that is Fick's first law, Fick's second law, and the diffusion coefficient, okay, with the relation, that is flux. Diffusion coefficient D is equal to half into flux into del x square, where del x is the distance between two interplanes that is present in the any crystal or any materials. So in today class, we'll start some new topics, that is interfaces in materials. So these interfaces, I want to say, this is the interesting and very crucial topic in phase transformation process, because see, we are saying phase transformation, okay. So phase means somehow we can say it is related to some surface, or we can say interface. So that is the changes in the material mainly that is carrying out at the surface or at the interfaces, that is mainly responsible for the any changes in behavior or in the application process in material science, okay. So we can simply we can say like surface is known as we can say surface is the cell of any macroscopic object, okay, that is in bulk, that will in contact with environment, okay, that is inside part that will be contact in the outside part or any environment, that is we can say surface. But what is interface? Interface generally it is the boundary, okay, it is the boundary between two phases of same composition of materials, or it can be either different composition of material, okay. So we can say interface is nothing but it is the boundary. So we'll start the introduction part, what is interface and how the energy, okay, the energy term is responsible in phase transformation of materials. So why these interfaces is known as very important, because if we are some nucleated, if here let some parent phase is there, and we are some accumulating on the parent phase on the product phase or any other nuclei, so they will come in contact and the diffusion process will be carrying out, and by some time there will be creation of interfaces between two phases, okay. Let this is crystal of some one phase and this is the crystal of some another phase, okay. And if they are come in contact with each other after certain time, there will be create some interfaces. So by some nucleation process, there will be increase in Gibbs free energy, that is thermodynamically parameter. In the thermodynamic and kinetic part, we have learned about what is Gibbs free energy and how this Gibbs free energy is responsible for the growth of stable nuclei, okay. So by the nucleation process, the Gibbs free energy will be increasing, and this is there will be some other factor also which is responsible to enhance the energy of the interface. So by the increasing Gibbs free energy, it leads to increase in activation barrier, so the energy will be reduced and the product phase, that is we are accumulating on the parent phase, will be forms some stable nuclei. So basically there are three interfaces in metallic system. First is free surface of any crystal. It will say take any crystal, the surface is known as free surface. And second one is grain boundary surface. What is grain boundary? Grain boundary means the interfaces that is created between two same phases, same composition of crystal or material, that is known as alpha-alpha interface, or we can say grain boundary interface. Now the third one is interface. Interface means the interface is created by accumulating the two different composition of materials, okay. There also includes some solid or liquid interface, okay. There are three interface. One is free surface of any crystals, one single crystal. Now the second one is grain boundary or alpha-alpha interface, means the interface created between the same composition of materials or crystals. Now the third one is interface. Interface means there will be different composition of material in different orientation, they will form this type of interface. Now let us look upon to the how the surface and interface are varied from each other. Okay, we'll take one example, that is, this is an infinite surface. We'll take some plane to cut an infinite surface. After cutting this plane, after this application, see, two different surfaces are created. Okay, first you will take the one infinite, any crystal will take, and will take some plane and cut to that surface. After this application, two different semi-infinite crystal surface are formed. And how the interface is created? If the two different phases of any crystal or same crystal, if are joining, nucleating together, are this boundary is known as interface. Okay, if you are cutting the crystal, we'll get two surface. If you are joining two different composition of crystals, we'll get one interface. Now, to understand what is surface energy, and this is the very important part. Okay, in phase transformation, surface energy, this is the surface phenomenon term. What is surface energy and how it forms? Okay, so surface energy, if we are understanding the surface energy, let us do two example. First, let the atoms are in a cube and they are far apart, and so they are far apart means there will be no interaction, no energical term. So the energy will be higher here. Okay, because see, the atoms are far away from each other, so there will be no interaction, no repulsion. Okay, so the electrons are there in the atoms. So the energy, this is known as the free state. The energy of the free state will be higher. If in the second case, let we are accumulating and the energy got attracted to each other, and the one let crystals and the atoms are representing like this. Okay, so here the energy will be reduced. Why? Because the new bonds are formed. Okay, the new bonds are formed, and this is responsible to lower the energy. Let's suppose the energy is EB, bond energy, or we can say per bond, per one bond formation, the energy will take EB. So in the bulk atom, we can say, let this is any crystals, okay, and this is known as the surface, and in the middle of that, this is known as the bulk. In the surface, we can say, let's suppose this atom, one atom is attracted by three other atoms. This is 1, 2, and 3. But in the bulk, here you can say, in the bulk atom, that is attracted by the 4 other atoms. Okay, so the energy will be more in the surface with respect to the bulk. Why? Because see, the more bond formation, more coordination number, more bond formation, more energy is reduced. Okay, so we can say the energy lowering of the bulk atom will be 4 EB, because one atom is accumulated by 4 other atoms. If EB is the bond formation per bond, the energy lowering for the bulk atom will be 4 EB. So the energy lowering in the bulk atom will be 3 EB. This is the negative energy with respect to unbonded state, because in the unbonded state or free state, the energy will be higher. Okay, if we are getting attracted to the atoms with other atoms, so in the surface atom, the one atom is bonded to 3 other atoms. In respective to that, in the bulk, one atom is attracted to 4 other atoms. So the energy lowering that for the bulk atoms will respect to surface will be 4 EB. Here one mistake is there, energy lowering of surface atoms will be, okay, for the bulk atom will be 4 EB, and for the surface atoms will be 3 EB, and this all energical term will be in negative energy, because the energy is decreasing downward. Now see, we'll take some plot the graph, and we can say how these surface atoms and bulk atoms, how the energy surface energy is related. So for the energy lowering of energy for the formation of infinite crystallar unit volume, it will be minus number of atoms 4 EB, because for one atom will in the previous slide we have taken the 1 atoms. Okay, for 1 atom it is be 4 EB, but one crystal, there will be number of atoms. So the energy lowering will be minus number of atoms in 4 eV. So the energy of crystals in the free surface, will be number of atoms 4 eV plus number of atoms in 1 eV, because, or we can say minus. Okay, either this formula or this formula. For the free surface, number of atom bulk, for the bulk atoms, number of atoms is present in the bulk into 4 eV minus number of surface atoms into 3 eV, because in the surface one atom is attracted to 3 other atoms. So here, see, at unbounded state or free state, the energy will be 0. Okay. Now the lowering of energy means how, when the atoms got like the atoms get attracted to each other, they will form the crystals, the energy will be lowered. Okay, the surface the energy will be this much, and the bulk the energy will be lowered more, because the bulk atom, more number of atoms, more number of bonds are formed, so the energy will be reduced. Now, what is a broken bond? Okay, why these bond terms are like using this like to understanding the surface energy? Why the bond parameter is responsible? What is broken bond? See, we are saying the bond is formed, the bond is divided, or the new bond formation. Okay, so these all are related to electron distribution on in a materials. The type of the which type of bonds are formed and the number of bonds are formed, it will be depend on the electronic configuration of that constituent atoms only. Okay, so the number and the types of bond, it will be depend upon the electronic configuration. Also we have seen at the surface the coordination number is less, that is 3, so the energy will be less, but not that much to the bulk, because in the bulk the coordination number is 4, one atom is attracted to 4 other atoms. Also the surface phenomena is plays a very major role, because at the surface all the relaxation or all the reconstruction of atoms is carrying out. Okay, at the surface, because we have also seen one phenomena, that is in the metallic property at the surface, if you are raising or some giving some photons of energy, the electrons are irradiated from the surface, not from the block, because in the surface the energy is loosely bounded. Okay, so the threshold energy or the threshold, that is frequency on the surface, will be less from that of bulk. So if you are giving or irradiating some energy of photons to the any metals, the energy is going like irradiating or radiating, that is from the surface, not from the bulk. So the surface phenomena plays a very important role in the material science. Why the materials behave like this, why the metal is ductile, why the metal have this property, because of the some reconstruction of some rechanging some properties on the surface. Okay, how? Now, surface energy and surface tension, these two terms are related to the surface. See, surface energy means from the we can see from the formula, surface energy is energy per area. Okay, the surface energy means the energy required to put an atom on the surface. Okay, and the surface tension means surface tension is the term that is related. It's always try to reduce the area from the surface. It will try to reduce some tension to force from the surface. Now we'll understand by taking Gibbs free energy, that is G. So Gibbs free energy of the solid and the liquid will be less, okay, lower than that from the gaseous state. Why? Because in the solid and the liquid state, the attraction will be more than from the gaseous state, because the gaseous state, the atoms are in the random motion, there will be no attraction. But in the liquid or solid state, there will be attraction between the atoms. So the Gibbs free energy will be less. Okay, the lowering in the Gibbs free energy is due to the cohesive force in the liquid or the bonding forces in the solids, because the atoms are atoms, there will be some cohesive force. Okay, so that the Gibbs free energy is reduced. total, how much the total energy is reducing, it's calculated in the atom for the fully bonded atoms. Okay, but in the atoms on the surface is not fully bonded. So we'll take bulk phase for the calculation of lowering of energy. So here we can see in the gaseous states the atoms are in random motion, there will be no interaction, but in the liquid state there will be interaction, so the energy will be less in the liquid solid state than from the gaseous states. Okay, here also this solid surface, these are the surface and these are the bulk phase. Okay, and the surface, these are partly bonded. So if we are calculating how much the energy is reduced from like free state to liquid or gaseous state, the reference is taken as with respect to bulk, because in the bulk atom all the atoms are fully bonded. So if you are calculating, so we are taking the fully bonded atoms, not the surface atoms. Here, see, when in the previous slide I have told already this calculation, lowering of energy calculation, and here the reference state is taken is the bulk. Okay, so the formula we can say for the surface tension and for the surface energy. The surface tension, that is sigma, is known as force by length or F by L, and the unit will be Newton per meter. And the surface energy, the definition, that is gamma. Surface energy is energy per area, E by A, and the unit will be joule per meter square. And the energy also we can say force into distance means what? Newton meter by meter square. It will be also Newton by meter. So both the terms we can say surface tension and surface energy both have same units, Newton per meter and Newton per meter, but they are dimensionally identical, but the physical they are different types of quantity, because here the surface energy means it will talk about the energy at the surface. Okay, how much energy is required to put an atom on the surface, this is known as the surface energy. But the surface tension means the surface wants to minimize its area, okay, want to shrink, that is known as surface tension. And the dimensionally means the dimension for the both the quantities are same. For the surface tension and for the surface energy, the dimension will be m1 L0 T minus 2. Both are dimensionally same, but they are physically different. So for the solid, we can say surface energy is approximately equated to surface tension, but for the liquid it is not equal. Surface energy is not equal to surface tension. Okay, so up to this much we have discussed in the today's class what is interfaces, and there are 3 different types of interfaces, and how the interface and the energy is plays a very major role in the phase transformation of material. And also we have discussed what is surface energy and what is surface tension and how they are related to each other. In the next classes, we'll discuss the bond, that is bond breaking model, and the interfacial free energy, and how it is related to surface tension. Okay, so till now, thank you so much. Have a nice day.